Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, the tutorials, and become part of this journey with me, with us, one big family. If you have not subscribed yet, I ask you please to do so to help out the channel, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important for us creators. My threads are Portugal brands. I am in Europe. These are 4-ply, similar to Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. My colors go by number and not by name. Example, like this green, color number 23, color number 30, and color number 40. Now I get questioned a lot, or receive a lot of emails asking about my threads. I do ship it out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. This is a minimum order of 6 in order to cover the shipping cost, because that's just horrendous how the shipping cost is out here. I make nothing out of it, gain nothing out of it. It's more for you guys to enjoy these beautiful colors, because a lot of you love the mixed colors, especially that I do get them out here, which I can't find any around now. But anyway, so, you know, like in the pinks or in the blues, or I'm trying to find other ones, into the brown and Tiffany blue. Anyway, there's all kinds. So if you want to order, you can always go through my email. It's below in the description box. I also like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group, because a lot of scammers out there with the cuts and bits links. You should not open those links no matter which group you're in. They're fraud. And you must have a profile pic in order to be a member in my crochet group, because we don't want scammers in. So I also do have a crochet page you can follow. You can always get a hold of me through there, or through Instagram or TikTok. All of the links are below in the description box. Very easy, just click and join. So, and for the most part I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon the project that I'm using. Of course, we always need a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words and your suggestions, your opinions, and your requests. I try to fill everybody's requests as much as I can. If you do have questions and I'm delayed answering, it's because of my time zone is different. But I do answer to everybody. God bless all of you, and enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone, so today we're going to create the runner centerpiece for the table for these beautiful placemats, which they are my own for Christmas display decoration for this year. Every year I change, of course. So the tutorial is out. This has got a beautiful bling bling to it, either on the white. The camera does not bring it through, and it's so upsetting that it won't bring it through. But the white has the silver bling bling on it, and the gray has the gold bling bling on it. Now I'm trying to see if the camera can bring through, but it just won't for some reason. Some patterns just won't come through for it. I don't know. Even if I shut the light out, I think it's still the same thing. It won't show, unfortunately, but it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to do the runner for it. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I will leave the link below in the description box of the Placemat Doily. You can use it for whatever reason you wanted to, not specifically for placemats, okay? And I'll do vice versa. I'll leave the link to the runner on the placemats also once I've completed the tutorial. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. They're similar to Lydia number 3. Like I said, it's got this beautiful little silver in it. Now, if you can't find threads, because a lot of you can't, that has the bling on it, you can probably find or order on Amazon or Temu or something like that Number 10, very thin, because what they did was the company, the manufacturer, they rolled it around the white. Okay, so if you find thin, either gold, silver, whatever colors you want, you can mix it with your white or whatever color you're using for your base. Okay, and this one has the gold. Also, you can do the same thing, use the gold and mix it to whatever colors you want, right? Okay, so let's get started. 2.7 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors, of course. These are 38 centimeters, so it's a very good size, almost the size of a charger for the plates. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please, if you have not subscribed, do so. It helps the channel tremendously, and give it your thumbs up, and of course, your comments. Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to start off with that slip stitch knot. I'm starting with the gray just because I want to mix both colors in and not just the out edging. On the placemat, I've used it only on the edging. Okay, slip stitch, and here is singles. But I'm going to start with the gray. This is like a sky blue gray. So slip stitch knot, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until I have 137 chain stitch. Okay, everyone, so I've done 137 chain stitch. I'm going to go to my 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on my 5th, make sure that you've done enough loosage on this chain. If your tension is tight, use a hook size bigger. I'm going to do double crochet per stitch until the end. I should have at the end 133 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've done 134 double crochet, but that's included with the one we've turned. But we're not going to count this as one because we're going to use this to do double crochets in here when we come around to it. So I have 133 counting the very first one right after that curve. Okay, so don't count this first one. 133. Now I'm going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to come in that very first one here, and I'm going to do slip stitch. Now you can actually see the gold on here. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm coming in. So I've closed in with slip stitch on that very first one. I'm going to come into the next one, and I'm going to try to hide this as I go. I'm going to do a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. So I'm going to do 1 per stitch, remembering that we went over 1. So that means when we come to the end, we must complete that one too. If you want to put a marker, go ahead. So we're going to complete those 133 double crochets. So 1 per stitch, and when I come around it, when I complete this row, this is going to be row 1, okay? I will complete my 133 double crochets with that first one because we went over 1, so you must not forget that. If you need to put a marker, then go ahead. Okay, so I'll meet you at the oval because the ovals are exactly the same thing. What we do on one side, we must do on the other, okay? Everyone, so I've done my last one. We have those 4 chains that we're going to work inside of the 4 chains. So if you want to put a marker on this very last one, go ahead. I'm doing my first double crochet inside of that 4 chain. I'm going to continue to do 10 more. So I'm going to have a total of 11 double crochets inside of this 4 chain. Okay. I've done my 11 double crochets, and I'm going back into that very first one and start my 133 double crochets. Like I said, it's important for you not to get lost, put a marker on that first one and on that last one. So 1 per stitch again. Like I said, this is row 1. Now, whatever we did on this side, we also going to do on this one here. Okay, on that chain, we're going to do 11 double crochets, same way as we created on here. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, everyone, so I have that very first one that we went over. Remember, we started on the next one, so we must do our double crochet here, the very first one from the 133, and then close in with slip stitch. Now I'm going to go over to the next one again, single and 2 chain. So I'll be doing again 1 per stitch. Now remembering, once we come around and complete this row, that means we're going to have 2 that are missing from the 133 here. Okay, so you have to remember to do those 2 that we just left behind, because we keep going over 1. And that's in order for us not to have a line going up, the mark of that line going up as much. Okay, so you can have a nice straight clean cut. So I'll meet you here at the oval point and let you know what we're doing next. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the corner. I'm coming into that first double crochet at the oval of the 11, and I'm going to do an increase. 2 in the same stitch, into the next one, 1 double crochet, into the next one, 2 in the same stitch, into the next one, 1 alone, into the next one, 2 together. And on the other side of the oval, you'll repeat the same thing. 1, and the next one, 2. That's my increase. 1, in the next one, 2. 1, and my last one, 2. Like that. So this is row 2. We calling this one row 1, where we have the 11 double crochets, row 2, and then 1 per stitch. So we're going to repeat exactly what we did on the other side. One per stitch, and then coming to the oval, we're going to repeat exactly what we've done here. So I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so finished my row, did my 2 double crochets that were missing from that 133, closed in with slip stitch, going into the next one, stretching my thread a bit, and 2 chain into the next one. So 1 per stitch again, all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the oval. Okay. Hope I wasn't off camera, because I'm not really looking into the camera. That's bad of me. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. So 1 per stitch until the end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the oval. I've done the very first one, 1 double crochet. The next one, 2 together. The next one, 1 double crochet. The next one, 2, not this one, the next one. So on the second increase, we're doing increase. So on the second increase, we're doing the increase. So 2 double crochet on the same one, and then 1, 2, and increase. Again, 1, 2, 1 per stitch, and then on the second increase, increase. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So when we enter the very first one, it's 1 double crochet, and on the increase, 2 together. 1, 1, 2 together. 1, 1, 2 together. This is row 3, counting from the very first one with the 11 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I've started row 4, closed in with slip stitch, went into the next one, next stitch with single 2 chain. So as we've been doing here, because it's always a repeat, right? So I'm at the mark point, entering the oval, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and where I have the increase, the second increase, I'm doing 2. Again, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, on that first increase 1, and on the second 2 together. This is how it's going to be on this row 4, and over at the other oval the same thing. 1, 2, and 3, 1 per stitch. On the fourth one here, where we have the second increase, 2 together. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. It's just a repeat now until the last one of the oval. Okay, everyone, so started my row again, went into the next stitch with single 2 chain as we've been doing, did all my double crochets. Now hitting that first one of the oval of the corner, 1, into the next one, 1, and into the next one, 1 double crochet. On the second one we're doing the increase, 1, 2, and then 1 per stitch until that second increase. Okay, so nothing to it. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and on my fifth one I'm doing my increase. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, on my fifth one, which is the second increase, 2 together on the same stitch, and then repeat again, 1 per stitch until the fifth one. So I'm on my second increase, 2 together, and we're going to repeat the same thing on the other oval. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I started row 7, doing exactly what we've been doing. Closed row 6, slip stitch, went into the next one, did my single 2 chain. So again, doing the same thing as we've been doing, 1 per stitch, and on that increase we're going to do the increase on that second increase. So 1 double crochet per stitch, and then on that second one we're doing 2 on the same stitch. Now after this row I'm cutting my thread, and I'm going to come in with the white, but we're going to repeat exactly what we're doing. So we're going to do 1 per stitch, and then on the second increase we're doing 2 together on the next row. Okay, so on row 8 will be the same as we've been doing, and I'll come back to you at the end of row 8. Okay, it's just a repeat of what we're doing, coming to that second increase, doing 2 together. And then once I complete row 8 with the white, then I'll come back to you. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 8. As I mentioned, so row 8, you're supposed to have your increase on the second double crochet. That means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. alone. One, not 8 alone, 7 alone, and the 8 two together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 together on the 8. Now, this row 9, we're going to be doing single crochet. So I'm coming into the next one, single, into the next. Actually, we're going to use back loops only. I don't know what I was thinking. Back loops, single. Make sure you grab those 2 strands in the center and not just a loop, so it does not pull on the pattern. So 1 per stitch, and where we have the increase, we're going to do the increase on the second increase on the oval, as we've been doing with the double crochets. We're going to be doing with the singles. So 1 per stitch, and then when you get to the second increase here, we're going to add 2 singles on that second increase. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, everyone, so finished with row 9. I'm going to slip stitch into that first one that we did, and I'm going to pull my string and put this aside, because now we're going to work with the gray in the center of the single and the double crochet with slip stitch to have that effect on the pattern like we have here. This is all slip stitch between the double crochet and the single. Okay, so just pull the string. There's no need to cut it because we're going to work again with the white. So slip stitch, knot, and then just pull this aside a bit so you don't get them mixed up. And then come in between the double crochet and single, and just slip stitch all the way around. And when you come to the end, make a knot and tuck in your loose ends. Very simple. Don't tighten your pattern too much as you're doing this, your stitch, I should say. If you need to use a hook size bigger, go ahead. We don't want a tight tension or it's going to pull on the pattern. Okay, so very simple, just slip stitch all the way around and then cut your thread. Tuck in your loose ends and you're good to go. Okay? Okay, everyone, so we finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, row 9, going to row 10. So slip stitch. I'm going to do another slip stitch back here on the back loops. Let me just check something here. 1, 2, 3. And one more. So 3 slip stitches. Make sure that you mark. So I'm going to, not slip stitch, I'm going to do a single on that 3rd slip stitch after I've closed in. So make sure you put your marker on all 4 sides to make sure that we are on the right track. Okay, so right after the marker, this is from the very first one coming up that we have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on my 11th, I did a single and 2 chain into the next one. So using back loops only, we're creating groups of 3 double crochet. One chain, skip a stitch, come into the next one. Make sure you grab those 2 loops there so it doesn't pull on the pattern. Okay, and 3 more double crochet. So we're going to be building groups of 2 like this, 1 chain space and 1 chain here. Okay, so we skip a stitch and 1 chain space. Now I'm going to do a 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to come on the 4th with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Again, skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. I'm creating those 2 groups again. This is how we're going to proceed. The only thing is when we get to the marker, it's going to change a bit because obviously it's the oval. We can't skip too much. We'll be skipping only 2 and going into the 3rd. Okay, so 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one and create those 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Again, skip 1, 2, 3, go into the 4th with single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the 4th with double crochet, creating those 3 double crochet groups. Into the next one. 1 chain, skip a stitch, and then create the 3 double crochet groups again. Okay, like that. So I'm going to continue to do it. Okay, as you can see, so skip 3 going to the 4th with single 5 chain, and then the 3 double crochet, 1 chain, skip a stitch. I'm going to do it up until here, more or less, okay? And then we're only, after this, we're going to skip only 2 and go into the 3rd, okay? So I'll meet you there. We're going to probably, I'll see if we have to alternate by skipping 2 into the 3rd. I'll see when we get there, okay? Okay, everyone, so we need to make a small adjustment. I want to have 30 of these motifs. That means 10 of these on this side and 10 on these. And I won't have enough stitch to make it. One, if I do it straight like this, it's going to give me 9 and 10, and that's not good. And I want to have 5 on each oval. So I have, so far from where we started, we'll be having one here. So if I count from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's already counting from the one I'm going to create. That's right after the marker. Okay, 7. Now instead of skipping the 3 going into the 4th, I'm going to skip only 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 into the 3rd one. Okay, so this will be my 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes little adjustments I need to make. 1, 2 into the 3rd one. Okay, and then continue to do your group. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. I want to grab both loops because it pulls onto the pattern if you take one loop only. So grab the 2 loops right in the center. Okay, so we have 8. Counting from right after the marker, we're going to create one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 going to the 3rd. Chain 5. Skip 2 going to the 3rd. So this would be my 9th. Skip a stitch into the next one. Now we should be okay with 10 on this side. One, two, three, four, five. Skip 2 into the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, and I fall on top of that double crochet. So we have our 10. Let me just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we're going to still continue to skip 2 going to the third because we're getting into the oval. Okay, so that was like 3 of them here. We had to skip only 2. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the next one. Skip 2 into the third one. So I'm going to continue to do that until the marker. I should have 5 of these here. Okay? Okay, everyone. So remember that we have 10 of these on the side. So we start counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lands right on top of that marker. And I've skipped only 2 and into the third. Now I'm going to start skipping after this one, the 3 going into the fourth. Okay, and I'll see if I need to make an arrangement at the other oval. So just a little fix up, right? A little bump on the road, that happens. Not a biggie. Okay, so now from here on, I'm going to skip 3 going to the fourth. 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the fourth. So this would be my first one from this side. Got to make sure we have 10 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the fourth. And then I'll come back to you just before the oval to make sure that we do have the 10 in if we need to make an adjustment also. Very simple, either skip more or skip less. And that's how it goes. We want to balance the pattern out so it can all look evenly. So this would be the first of the 10. Okay, so I'll meet you just before the oval. Okay, you guys, so I'm going into my 9th on this side, counting obviously right after the marker here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going into the 9th. Now I'm going to skip only 2 going into the third, just to make sure we get those 10 in there also. Skip 2 into the third. I'm going to do another double crochet inside of the same one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the third. So all of the rest is going to be the skip 2 into the third. This would be my 10th one. Skip 2 into the third. So skipping only 2 at the oval anyway. And I'm going to add 1 more into this one here just to make sure that we'll be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the third. So that means I have my 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we need the 5 at the oval here. So this would be my first one. Skip 2 into the third. Skip 1 stitch only to continue the groups. So this is the first of the 5. I'm going to continue. If there's another adjustment, I'll let you know. So far I have 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to create another double crochet on the same stitch here. It makes no difference on the pattern, so don't worry about it. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 into the third one. So this would be my fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the third one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the third one. So this is my 5th. Here we need to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 into the third one. Skip 1. Actually, I'm going to add this one into the same one. Let me just check something here. Okay, so I'm going to add this one also into this one here. Okay, so I've added on the same stitch 2 times. And here also 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 into the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we should be okay. Let me just recount to make sure that we do have those 5 there, because this is part of the 10 on this side, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're perfect now, okay? So remembering that we did that adjustment over here, skipping the 2 and going into the third one, all right? And on this last one here, we added into the same stitch for that 10th, okay? And then added here on the next one, and then continue skipping 2 into the third one. And then at the end, we added also on here. Finally, we managed to pull through with this one. So now we have 30 of these motifs, 10 on this side, 5 at the oval, and 10 on this side. So now we're going to go to row 11. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do my single and 2 chain. from here on until the end of the pattern, we're going to repeat doing the same thing. In the middle of these double crochets on each one will be front posts, okay? Because afterwards, to make that flower design, we'll be using this double crochet, giving you the idea so you can know what it is. Okay, so these are all front posts. We're using that very first double crochet and we're doing 2 singles on each one when we create the flower, and we're continuing to use the last double crochet. For that reason, we're going to keep doing the front posts, okay, so we can have that effect. So normal double crochet. Here we're going to do chain 2, normal double crochet, front post, normal double crochet. Now we're going to have 3 loops of 3 chain. So 3 chain coming in that 5 chain with single, 3 chain into the next one, single, 3 chain, normal double crochet, front post, and normal double crochet. We're going to repeat again, chain 2 in between the groups, front post. This is going to be repeated all the way around the same way, like that, okay? And then 3 loops of 3 chain. So I'll meet you at the end of my row, remembering always front post on that middle one, and chain 2 in between the groups now. Okay, everyone, so finished row 11, going into row 12. So remembering what I said, we're going to continue to do those front posts until the end of the pattern. So I'm coming back in with a single where I've closed in with slip stitch, front post. This will always be a repeat until the end of the pattern. Now I'm going to do chain 3, 2, 3, okay, double crochet, front post, normal double crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming in the center now this time of that 3 chain loop. So we're skipping this one and that one, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and repeat again your normal double crochet, your front post, and your normal double crochet. In between the groups, chain 3. So now we're just repeating what we've done. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. Okay, remembering now it's chain 4 into the center. Everything else stays the same, and here is chain 3. I'll meet you at the end of my row 11, 12, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, row 12. Okay. Okay, everyone. So finished row 12, going to row 13. So I've closed in with slip stitch, coming back in, I'm doing my single, 2 chain. So my normal double crochet, my front post, and my normal double crochet. 1 chain only. So we did 3 chain on the center. On that second chain, I'm doing like a V, double crochet, chain 3, and coming in the same one, double crochet. 1 chain, normal double crochet, front post, and normal double crochet. Chain 3, creating 3 loops again of 3 chain. So coming in that first 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 chain into the next 4 chain, and 1, 2, 3 chain. Again, normal double crochet, front post, and normal double crochet. 1 chain only in the center of that 3 chain, the second chain, double crochet, chain 3, coming back in, creating that V, 1 chain, and your normal double crochet, front post, and double crochet, and then your 3 loops of 3 chain on the next ones. Okay, so simple. I'll meet you at the end of my row 13, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, everyone, so finish row 13, going to row 14, closed in with slip stitch. You're going to come back in, or you can do your 3 chains as you used to for your double crochet. Single 2 chain again, front post, like I mentioned, all the way to the end of the pattern, and normal double crochet. I'm going to do a 2 chain. I'm going to come inside and do 7 double crochets and 2 chain space in between them. 2 chain and double crochet all inside of the V. 2 chain. What was I thinking? Sorry, people. Sometimes the brain. We're going to do 7 double crochets. It's the next row that we are doing the 2 chain in between the 7 double crochets. So 7 double crochets. I don't know what was going through my mind, going faster with my brain than my hands. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 2, doing that double crochet, front post, double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, coming in the center of that loop with single 1, 2, 3, 4 chain on top of the double crochet with double crochet. That's all we're going to do to this row. Front post, double crochet, 2 chain in the center, and doing 7 double crochets, the center of the V, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 2, proceed with your normal double crochet, your front post, and double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain into the center of that loop. If you find that it's too baggy for you, then you can do a 3 chain if it's more comfortable for you. Okay, we don't want it to be baggy, the chains here, so I might even do a 3 chain instead of 4. 1, 2, 3. On the round one it's a 4, but this is flat straight side, so probably best a 3 chain. And on the oval we might have to do a 4 chain. 1, 2, 3. I think it's best this way because the oval pulls more, so definitely probably a 4 chain from marker to marker. Okay, on those 5 motifs that I've told you that we created, 4 chain. Here it's straight flat, so 3 chain I think is fine. Chain 2, 7 double crochets, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 2, your normal double crochet, front post, and double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain only. At least for me it is. If your tension is very tight, then you can do a 4 chain. because we're working on the side. We don't want it to be baggy, okay? So 3 chain is perfect. We're going to continue that. Once you get to the marker, then do your 4 chain on the oval, okay, into the center. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so finished row 14, going to row 15. I'm going to do the walk with slip stitch in that 2 chain, also doing the walk until my first double crochet. Here I'm doing a single 2 chain for my first double crochet, and then 2 more chain for space, then double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2. If your tension is very loose, you can do 1 chain only. So we have those 7 double crochets. We'll continue to have those 7 double crochets with 2 chain in between, chain 2. Now we're going to be doing incomplete double crochets here and here, all incomplete, and doing front posts as we're doing the double crochets. So coming in the first one, incomplete, front post, incomplete, into the next double crochet, incomplete, come directly into the next one, incomplete, front post, incomplete, and the last double crochet, incomplete. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 loops on the hook. We're going to close it all together, chain 2, coming in again that first double crochet with double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and that's how we're going to repeat all the way around. We're almost at the end. And then chain 2. Again, repeating the incomplete double crochets, the front post, the double crochet directly into the next one, incomplete double crochet, incomplete front post, and incomplete double crochet. Again, we have 7 loops on the hook, 2, 4, 6, 7, and close it all together, 2 chain. This is how we're going to repeat this row all the way around. So we're pretty much closing out the motifs here, okay? So I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so reaching the oval, sorry, pulling on my camera here. So I've tried doing the 2 chain. Oh my God, Maggie, stop bouncing the camera. Jesus Lord. So the 2 chain I'm trying to do here is pulling. So I'm doing a 3 chain, okay? So if you're coming across the same problem, then do a 3 chain on your oval, okay? So it doesn't pull as much, obviously. Doing my front post and my double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. I don't want it to pull, so it's best to do a 3 chain, and then the rest can follow with the 2, okay? Because you might come across that problem too. It's pulling too much. We don't want that. It's one thing when it's completely oval, then it all follows through. But in this case, we have the sides that are straight, and then the oval, which is small oval. So 1, 2, 3 chain. Doing the double crochet and complete, the front post and complete, double crochet directly into the next one. Just doing the normal and complete as we were doing. The only thing is we're doing a 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not tightening too much. We don't want to over tighten the pattern. So it's much better for me with the 3 chain. And once it's blocked, it will also become more straight. Okay, so on the oval, do your 3 chain. If you become without problem, marker to marker, obviously, which is on those 5 motifs that we've done here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end and do the same thing on the other side of the oval. Okay, everyone, so finished row 15. Seems to be doing just fine on the oval with my 4 chain. Oh, not 4 chain, 3 chain, sorry. Okay, so I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come in that first 2 chain space between the first and the second double crochet, single, 2 chain. We're going to be doing 3 incomplete double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to come on that second chain and do picot, chain 2 into the next one, doing 3 incomplete double crochets and close it all together. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming in that second chain, picot, chain 2 into the next one. So we should have 5 picots by the time we finish. We don't do picots on that last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, come in that second chain, picot, chain 2 into the next one. 3 incomplete double crochets. Then we just have one more design to do, which is the flower around. We're finished with rows on the pattern. 3, 4, 5 into that second chain, picot, chain 2, and 3 incomplete double crochet. So we have 4. This is the last picot into that second chain, picot, chain 2. Come directly into the last one and just do the 3 incomplete double crochets. Chain 2. I'm going to see if chain 2 is enough or if I need to do a chain 3. I'm going to come in the center here and I'm going to do a single, chain 2. Now on the oval, I probably have to do a chain 3. Okay, but since we're on the flat part, I think we're okay with chain 2. Again, creating those 3 incomplete double crochets, chain 5. So that's all we're going to do all the way around, just repeating everything again. The 3 incomplete double crochets, chain 5. Coming into that chain 2, picot, chain 2 into the next one. So in reality, we don't do picot on that last group. So it's going to be like that. Okay. As you can see. So when you get to the oval, you can do a chain 3 instead of chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 2. So completed my 5 peacocks, 1 2 3 4 5. On this last one we don't do, we're just going to do chain 2 into the center here with single, chain 2, and then repeat again. Like I said, when you get to the oval, do chain 3 so it does not pull onto the pattern. So we are on the side of the pattern, okay, doing only chain 2, coming in to the motif here. At the oval, you'll do chain 3 and go into the center with a single. I'll meet you at the end of my row. I'm cutting my thread after this and coming in with the gray. Okay, everybody, so I'm pretty much finished with all of the row. I'm pretty happy with it. It came out beautifully, no stretching. I did my 3 chains on the motifs here and 2 on the sides. So coming in with my gray slip stitch knot, we're going to be doing that flower that we have here. Okay, so that means we're going to be working on that first double crochet and then picot, and then on the last double crochet where we did that 1 chain space, we're doing a single in between. So we'll be working on these double crochets, okay, and then we're going to be doing a picot, and then we're working on the last double crochet here where we did the space here between the groups. We're doing a single and continuing to work on that outside double crochet. Okay, so you can pretty much start anywhere, but we have to start from the outside one. You can bend your pattern whatever way works best for you. It's very hard for me to see at this point because there's a camera in my face, but anyway, we'll try our best. So coming in that first double crochet, single, 2 singles per double crochet. Okay, trying to hide this thread here a bit as I go without knocking my camera, of course. 2 singles again, 2 singles again. Make sure you're not grabbing that back stitch anywhere, only the double crochets. Of course, I'm too close to the camera and I keep banging into it, but if I don't do that, you won't see it. 1 2, and into the last one here, 1 2. So basically we have 2 4 6 8 10 12. Just recount: 2 4 6 8 10 12. 12 double crochets. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I am on the right one. I don't want to miss anything here. Okay, I was on the right one, but I had grabbed 2, so that's what I was trying to tell you. I don't want to grab anything with it. So 2 4 6 8 10 12, 12 singles. Okay, so now we're here about to the center. We're on that last outside one. I'm going to do chain 3 without tightening too much. If you have to use a hook size bigger, go ahead. And I'm doing my picot, okay, and then I'm coming into the outside double crochet again. Bend your pattern if you have to, and doing again those 2 single per stitch. You know, it's kind of hard to see. So we have that front post here, so the one behind it, the outside double crochet, again 2 single per stitch. So I have 2 4 6, just giving you a count just so you know you're on the right track. 8, 10, and 12. Okay, oops, sorry, I keep banging my hook into the camera. So 12 singles going up, just to give you a look. So you have 12 singles, 2 per stitch on the outside double crochet, and then chain 3 picot, and then 2 per stitch coming down. Okay, so we have the 12 again. Here we have that single. We're going to come in where we've jumped that single and do a single, and then turn your pattern again and work on that outside. Oh my goodness, sorry people, I'm sure it's getting you dizzy. It's getting me dizzy just banging into it. Single, single, and I have to use my finger in there because it's easier for me because I can't see anything with the camera in my face, and I don't want to grab any other stitches behind it. Okay, so using that outside double crochet, it's much easier when we have it on our chest. We can see what we're doing, but at this point my hands are stretched out. And into the last one up top here. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3 picot. Come into the last one and start your singles again, coming down. Okay, and that's about it for this tutorial, people. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty happy with it considering I created as I went. It was a little bit challenging with the beginning there of the white, but I think overall, without having any designs or anything, I think it went pretty well. So I thank you again for being here. I hope, oops, I'm not doing the right one. I'm going right on the front post. Can't do that. Anyway, so overall, I think I did pretty good. Just make sure you don't grab that front post like I just did. It's the back double crochet. Okay. Please share the video. Sharing is caring. I'll leave all the measurements below and the links, the link to the doilies also, and vice versa. I'll leave the link to this one in the doilies for people that want to create the matching runner. And thank you so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Help the channel out by doing that. You know it's free. And give a thumbs up on the video, of course. It's extremely important. Let me know what you think. The measurements will be below in the description box. And I will see you into the next video. God willing, right? Because we never know what tomorrow's day looks like, but we're going to keep positive. Sending you much love, much hugs, and thank you again for supporting me and the channel. I want to say a big thank you to Nancy McDonald for her donation, and Suzanne McClayton. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Also, you guys are amazing. And this does it for this video. So once I block it, and how I block, I know you're going to probably ask me. I use a little white bottle with water and laundry softener mixed in it, half. If you want to put, the more smelly you want, you put more softener in it. Doesn't matter which softener. I bottle spray and I light steam over it, stretching it with my hands. Now when you do that with this specific pattern, use the back part because you don't want to flatten the motif out. So if you're going to iron, then iron through the back part. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. Bye-bye.